Would you like to see a look through of an entire week of one of my new novel guides? I thought it would be great to take the newest one, which is Sign of the Beaver, a fantastic book, and show you what a week looks like. I believe this is a 4-week study, and I'll show you week 1 so you can kind of see. If you want, you can screenshot and do the first week and see how you like it. But I just want you to be able to see what this includes. A little bit of history. A few years ago, my kids and I kind of got sick of doing all-in-one language arts programs, and so we decided that we wanted to do it based on novels. And that's already out there. People have novel guides, but the thing is, I wanted to do novels that I wanted to do. And so I really just wanted to pick something we wanted to read and go from there. And that's where I came up with DIY language arts. So I realize I'm giving you a novel you don't get to pick. However, I teach you how to take any novel of your choosing and do it the same way. And I have tons of videos of how we've done this. I'll link my playlist below so that you can see that. Let's take a look at 1 week of the Sign of the Beaver. These are the daily task sheets. You can see this is day 1. This will be your checklist for the whole day, the things that you need to accomplish. These guides will pace you, telling you what to read, how to do narration, introduce the passage, begin your copy work, which is also included. And today's focus is vocabulary and spelling. There's a chart here because you get to pick the vocabulary and spelling from the passage. I walk you through the whole process, and I even give you sample lists. On each daily task sheet, there are chapter summaries for the chapters that you read, as well as discussion questions. If you are narrating, you might not need these discussion questions, but they are here. I love putting in questions where it's opinionated so that the kids can share their opinion. These can also be used as journal entries if you wanted more writing opportunities. Part of the spelling and vocabulary is an activity. I provide you with a list of a whole bunch of different activities that you can do on that day. I really like giving choices when it comes to stuff like this. This is day 2. On day 2, once again, we're pacing, and our focus is going to be grammar. We've got the same passage for the week. These are our chapter summaries, the discussion questions, and then this is the grammar lesson for that week. The grammar is coming from the passage. So all of these things that you're doing relate to the story, which makes it just so much more meaningful and enjoyable. Here we're talking about adverbs, and I point out a couple in this passage, and then I've got a video linked here if you want to take it further. Day 3's focus is a picture book and narration, and this might be a written narration for your older children. This is how my oldest child practices writing each week. So same passage, chapter summaries, discussion questions. This is the picture book that you read for that week. It has to do with the story. And then I do have some discussion items here as well, but then there is the task to do that written narration for your older children. The last day of the week, this is a 4-day week setup, is dictation. And then there's also a bonus activity. I don't write that on the checklist because it is an option for you, but notice you've got the same pattern here, your passage, summary, discussion questions, and then at the end of the week, I've got a bonus activity. You can do this each week. You can save it for the end, whatever you'd like. This particular activity is making a corn cake, and it has to do with something in the story, which I quote right here, and I've got directions for that activity here. And that is a full week. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a good idea of how these novel guides are set up. A couple of things I didn't show you, but it is included. Number 1 is all the steps on how to do this on your own with any novel of your choosing. The second one is a supply list is going to be included. It's also going to have the copy work that you need for each week. It's going to have dictation pages, some fill in the blank options if you have younger kids. It's going to have a simple chart that shows just exactly what you're doing in the week and the different spelling and vocabulary options. So all of that is there. I've got another video where I kind of link all of that. I've updated the look since then, so it doesn't look as pretty in the other video, but you can kind of see a detailed look at all of the pieces if you wanted to do that. But I just did want to show you an entire week with the updated look, how much fun we have doing these novel guides. This is so great. It covers all the parts of language arts. So you could definitely do this solely for your language arts if you felt comfortable. But if you wanted to just supplement a novel guide within your language arts studies, you could also do that as well. So I have a handful of these available now, and I do plan to continue creating them because my family is using them. Make sure that you are subscribed here and you are following me. You can follow me on Instagram, or you can join my email list where I can communicate with you anytime I've got new novels or anything like that. I will link down below the category in my TPT shop that has all the ones that are already done.